guys! So this video was a suggestion for me. I was planning on making a video like this anyways, but somebody requested it. We're gonna talk about manifesting money. You're probably not gonna wanna hear this, but manifesting money is the same way as manifesting anything else. I know, you're all groaning right now hearing me say that, but it's the truth. It may be an annoying truth, but it's still a truth. When you want to manifest something, let's say you've been trying to manifest it for a while and it hasn't been working. First, you need to ask yourself, have I actually been doing everything I need to do in order to properly manifest this, bring this to me, attract this to me? And you need to be really honest with yourself, because I personally know that I have had moments where I thought I was doing everything right, but I was basically bullshitting myself. I wasn't doing everything right, because you have to really think about your mental diet. That means you can't just you can't just wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is your affirmations, like as soon as you wake up, and then you go throughout your day having a bad mental diet for the rest of the day, and then you go to bed and do your affirmations as you fall asleep, and then rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. If all you're doing is just your sats and then calling it a day thinking, hey, that's all I need to do, then you're probably not going to get anywhere. And if you do, lucky you, but most of the time it's probably not going to happen. And if it does, it probably means that your mental diet wasn't that bad. So the first thing you need to do is really focus on whether or not you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and be very honest with yourself about that. Number 2, you need to figure out if your mental diet isn't good. I want you to write down, I want you to take a day. Take a 1 day, 2 days. Don't worry about your manifestation. You're not gonna screw up your manifestation. But I want you to let your thoughts be how they normally are, even if they're negative, because most likely they probably are negative. I want you to get a journal and write down every single thought that you have that is about what you're trying to manifest. And in this case, it's money. Every thought you have about money, and you have to be really focused on this, because you may have thoughts about money that you normally wouldn't notice. But I want you to try and notice everything. I want you to analyze everything and write it down. You have to write it down, because after that day or after those 2 days, I want you to look at that list. Do not bash yourself for that list, because you are human. We are all human. Just look at that list, and then I want you to make a second list, and I want you to make a statement that combats all those negative statements and beliefs about money that you have, because you will not believe how many things go through our mind that we normally don't think too much about, that are actually negative about what we want. Let's say you're scrolling on TikTok, you see a girl doing a shopping haul, and she has quite a few items. Let's say it's she did a shopping haul from, I don't know, Target, I don't know, somewhere that isn't cheap, but also isn't high luxury expensive, right? Somewhere in between. But you're watching that shopping haul, and in your mind, you may have thoughts like, well, why can't I do stuff like that? I want to go on a shopping haul. I wonder how much money she spent. She probably spent $1,000. Those are negative things. They're negative. You see how sometimes You can have negative beliefs on something. You can have negative thoughts, but they don't seem, at face value, they don't seem like negative thoughts or that they could be negative when they are. You have to think about everything. So I want you to write down every single thought you have about money. And then once you do that, I want you to make an opposing list for all the negative things, because hopefully you'll have like some good things about money. And if not, that's okay too, because no matter what, we're gonna flip them. And you're gonna make all these statements that are the opposite. And if you have the chance, like the following days, I want you to try and remember those opposing statements, or at least work on your mental diet and be like, hey, let's use the TikTok shopping haul example. I love going on shopping hauls. I love buying so many clothes. I love spending so much money on clothes. My clothes are so nice. I don't even have to look at the price tag. It is so therapeutic to do some retail therapy. You gotta talk to yourself like that. Now, if you feel yourself starting to spiral when it comes to money, I want you to go to that list and read all of the opposing, nice, positive statements about money. That should calm you down, and it gives you a little booster to remembering all those statements. Because after so many times of doing that, so many times of flipping your thoughts, those negative thoughts will happen less and less. It's all you have to do. It's all you have to do to get your monies. And if worse comes to worse, if you're like me, and sometimes you get a little overwhelmed, or if you're at work and you don't have the opportunity to just whip out your list, when you have those negative thoughts, all you have to do is just think to yourself, nope, I don't accept that. Whatever. Cancel. I'm canceling that. And then you just move on. That's all you gotta do. All you have to do when it comes to manifesting money is to think positively about money. And for a lot of people, myself included, you probably were raised with a negative outlook on money. If you struggle with paying your bills, I'm not saying like you're unable to pay your bills, or maybe you are, but in this example, let's say you struggle with paying your bills, and I mean that in the sense of you don't want to pay your bills because that means that your actual balance will get lower and lower, right? You have to remember that money is energy. Everything is energy. And so you have to just remember that no matter how much you pay into bills, you're gonna get that money back. Money comes, money goes. Money comes, money goes. And if you wanna like really boost it up, you can just think to yourself, I paid $800 in rent this month, and I'm getting 3 times that back. You can do stuff like that. You can think about things like, I have always been financially successful, stable, and secure. Money comes to me out of the blue. Money comes to me in all possible outlets. If you want to, you can think of things like, I make $100 a day. Maybe don't think about that one. If you want to, you can think of it like, I make $500 a day. I make $1,000 a day. I make $750 a day. Think of it in a way that seems more believable to you. And I only say that because sometimes we kind of have to start out at a lower level. Is it possible for us to start up at a higher level? Yes, but you may have resistance towards that. To someone thinking to themselves, I make $1,000 a day might be a believable statement, but to someone else that might be like, okay, type of thing. So start out at a place that would be more, or at least somewhat more believable to you. Because even if you don't believe it, as long as you persist in that thought, it has to come. It will come. But to make it a little bit easier on yourself, you can basically do baby steps. You can start out at a lower level and build up. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't, like, something that really gets me, that I see on other people's videos, is when people are like, so if you're so good at manifesting, if you're a master at manifesting, if you're a manifestation coach, why aren't you a millionaire? I feel like people forget that not everyone wants to be a millionaire, and that's okay. I don't want to be the next Jeff Bezos. I am financially stable and secure. I can buy whatever I want whenever I want it. I never have to worry about money. I've always been financially stable and secure. That is what I want, and that is what I'm going to get. Nowhere in that statement did I say I am a millionaire, because I don't want to be a millionaire. At least not right now. I do not feel a connection to becoming a millionaire. If it happens, cool. But right now I'm not going out of my way to try and become a millionaire. And if you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine too. Create affirmations for what you want. If you guys have any more questions, please put them in the comments below. I would love to answer them. I will either respond to them in the form of a comment, or if you ask a question that I could give like more detail on than just in a comment, then I'll make a video for you on it. So yeah, I hope this video helped, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!